End Marks by John Lenz, Danny Winstead, Robert Sharon, and Zach Stack.
Periods. Period. It is used to add a declarative sentence, a mild imperative, and an indirect question. Some examples of a declarative sentence is there are more than 10,000 species of birds. An imperative sentence, fill the bird feeder first and then hang it in the tree. That states a command, so it is an imperative sentence, therefore needing a period. Also, a period is used in an indirect question. My father asked whether we saw the bald eagle. A period is used because we are not using the exact words of my father. Question marks. Use a question mark to end an interrogative sentence, an incomplete question, a complete question, or a statement intended as a question. Some examples. An interrogative sentence. Why are there so many birds in our yard? Incomplete question. Penguins have lost the ability to fly? Why? Statement question. Birds eat grasshoppers. All direct questions need question marks. Exclamation mark. It signals an exclamatory sentence, an imperative sentence, or an interjection. It indicates strong emotion and should be used sparingly. Examples. Exclamatory sentence. The vulture is frightening. Imperative sentence. Remember to feed my parrot. An exclamation mark is used for an imperative sentence when it uses strong emotion and is not used for one that is said generally in your own voice. Interjection. Oh, what an enormous bird.
Other uses of end marks. End marks can be used in the case of abbreviations. Most abbreviations end in a period. This makes writing more convenient as you don't have to write out the full word. If an abbreviation ends a sentence, only add the period if the end mark is something other than a period. Here's an example of this. Is the speaker Adam Martin Jr.? The speaker will be Adam Martin Jr. You don't have to add another period after the abbreviation of junior. Here's some more examples. In the word Mr., it can be translated to Mr. Mr. with a period after it. You always must add a period after an abbreviation. Boulevard becomes BLVD with a period. Corporation becomes CORP with a period. And there's some examples where abbreviations don't need a period abbreviation after them. For example, miles per hour, MPH with no period. Also, New York, NY with no period.
Here's an activity to review what we've gone over so far. For the first one, add any proper end marks. Number 1, I asked if all birds had the ability to fly. Number 2, no, not all of them. Number 3, is the ostrich a flightless bird? Number 4, did you know that the ostrich is the largest bird in the world? Number 5, wow, ostriches can run as fast as 40 miles per hour. For a second activity, add any necessary periods. Number 1, 9:37 p.m. Number 2, Stephanie Davis, MS. Number 3, Blue Ridge Canoe Co. Number 4, 125 BC to AD 560. Number 5, 1423 21st Street. For the final activity, add any needed periods, question marks, or exclamation points. Number 1, he asked what kind of hawk was soaring above us. Number 2, Dr. Smith began the program to reestablish the owl population. Number 3, this label is on the carton, 1 DOZ grade A eggs. Number 4, astounding, did you see that eagle grab the fish out of the lake? Number 5, Mom reminded us to be sure to set up the bird bath before April 18th. These are the answers to the activities. For the first part, we need to add the proper end marks. For sentence 1, I asked if all birds had the ability to fly. This sentence is an indirect question, so it therefore ends in a period. For number 2, no, not all of them. This is a declarative sentence, so it also ends in a period. For number 3, is the ostrich a flightless bird? This is an interrogative sentence, so it ends in a question mark. Number 4, did you know that the ostrich is the largest bird in the world? This is also an interrogative sentence, so it ends in a question mark. Number 5, wow, ostriches can run as fast as 40 miles per hour. Since wow is an interjection, it ends in an exclamation point, as does the sentence preceding it. For the second part, we need to add any necessary periods to complete the abbreviation. In number 1, 9:37 p.m. would have a period after the P and M in PM to complete the abbreviation. For number 2, Stephanie Davis, MS, we had a period after the M and the S in MS to complete the abbreviation as well. In number 3, Blue Ridge Canoe Co., you had a period after the O and Co. to complete the abbreviation for company. Number 4, 125 BC to AD 560. You had a period after the B and C in BC and the A and D in AD to complete the abbreviations for before Christ and Aname Doble. And number 5, 1423 21st Street. you add a period after the T and the ST to complete the abbreviation for street. In the final activity, we need to add any needed periods, question marks, or exclamation points. In sentence 1, he asked what kind of hawk was soaring above us. Since this is an indirect question, you end it in a period. Number 2, Dr. Smith began the program to reestablish owl population. This is a declarative sentence, so add a period at the end of a sentence, and you also add a period after the DR to complete the abbreviation for doctor. Number 3, this label is on a carton 1 DOZ grade A eggs. This is a declarative sentence, so you end the sentence with a period, and you also add a period after DOZ to complete the abbreviation. Number 4, astounding. Did you see that eagle grab the fish out of the lake? Since astounding is an interjection, you end it at an exclamatory punctuation mark. And then, did you see the eagle grab the fish out of the lake? This is a question, so it ends in a question mark. And number 5, Mom reminded us to be sure to set up the bird bath before April 18th. This is a declarative sentence, so you end it with a period after 18, and you also add a period after the R and APR to complete the abbreviation for April.
Here is a link to a video that will help you learn more about end marks. Have fun!